These high political times, locally, nationally, and even globally, it has me thinking, what would Audre Lorde say? Audre Geraldine Lorde was born on February 18th, 1934, and she was born to Caribbean parents in New York City. Lorde's father was from Barbados and her mother is from Grenada. And during her childhood, and based on her writings, Lorde described her childhood as fairly complicated, and this was due to several factors such as her parents experiencing financial strain due to the Great Depression, and even just her mom's thoughts on skin complexion, which Lorde detailed vulnerably in her writings called Storybooks on a Kitchen Table. At the age of 12, Lorde got into poetry, and at the age of 17, her first poem was published. And she had experience participating in different writing workshops that were hosted by the Harlem Writers Guild. During her young years or young adult years in academia, she studied at the National Autonomous University of Mexico as well as even Hunter College. And there she was able to really just explore her race and identity and even reflecting on her experience and just identifying as a lesbian as well as a poet. Fast forward to later academia years where she was a lecturer and professor at Hunter College, where she really advocated for Black studies and just feminist studies as well as queer studies and just uplifting the LGBTQ plus community. And though Lorde's legacy extends beyond academia, activism, and even her writing, one of her most notable books is called The Master's Tools Would Never Dismantle the Master's House. And this is just described as urgent essays that discuss race, sexuality, and feminist theory. And one of the most popular quotes from the book reads, for the master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. They may allow us temporarily to beat him at his own game, but they will never enable us to bring about genuine change. And this fact is only threatening to those women who still define the master's house as their only source of support, which rings true to this day. And essentially, what this quote is really just urging people to do is just think outside of the systemic practices and ideologies that oppress people for centuries and since the beginning of time, and really just think about ways in which individuals can organize and just partake in radical thought to just uplift themselves and liberate themselves from these oppressive systems. Unfortunately, Lorde lost her life at the age of 58 due to a long fight with breast cancer, and she passed away on November 17th, 1992. Lorde's legacy can be felt throughout literature and even during these tumultuous times. Fusion is on a mission to cover the narratives of the African, Black, and Caribbean diaspora. Stay tuned for more and on for February 18th, where we talk a little bit more about Audre Lorde and her history, her legacy, and even her life. And this would have been her 92nd birthday.